Honorable President of the Republic of Estonia, rectors and ministers, members of the University Board and Senate, University's Rector's Office, guests of honor, academic family, and all guests. Welcome to the inauguration ceremony of the 16th Rector of the Tallinn University of Technology, Professor Tiit. Please raise for the bringing in of the flags and also the singing of the national anthem of the Republic of Estonia.
Kuid sa
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are all together in a moment that is significant not only for the Tallinn University of Technology, but also for the entire Estonian education and research community. The inauguration of the rector is not merely a ceremony to confirm his appointment, but it is a joint pledge with the academic community to reaffirm its loyalty to traditions, academic spirit, and sustainable development. The dignity, duty, and responsibility of electing and inaugurating the rector of Tallinn University of Technology rests with the university board. We now welcome the vice chair of the university's board, Professor Tõnis Kangar, to the stage. Honorable President of the Republic of Estonia, the Minister, Rectors, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the 16th Rector of Tallinn University of Technology will be inaugurated. Tiit is re-elected as a Rector for the second time by the board, which shows that the last mandate went well. The budget of the university and the number of the university students have both increased in the last 5 years. And the growth has not been only seen in quantity, but also in quality. At the same time, the choice of the board was not easy because academician Tarmo Soomere was also a candidate for the rector's position. I would like to thank him in the name of the board today because he changed the debate into a more content-wise, better quality one, and also increased the quality of the debate in general. Tallinn University of Technology operates by the Tallinn Institute of Technology's law decades ago, the aim of which is to provide for the engineers and architects with technical skills and knowledge based on the Estonians' needs and take all this knowledge and skills to Estonian society. This also corresponds to Tallinn Technical University law, which was adopted in 2014, according to which university is an integrated cultural and educational institution, and the aim of the university is to provide for international, high-level, excellent research and education and teaching, and its support services to play its role into the society and on sustainable growth. Although a century has passed from the first act, the tasks are still the same. Teach students, do high-level research, and promote Estonia's economy. How to achieve all this? Tallinn University of Technology has a very easy answer, mente et manu. But what does it more concretely mean? What are the tasks that the university and its 16th rector have today? Tallinn University of Technology is the only technical university in Estonia, and thus we have the responsibility to forward the knowledge of engineering and its research. We have to keep in mind that nowadays engineering is not only energy and engineering as such, but also IT, food, biotechnology, and other sectors and industries to promote high level research and also involving AI. And this can only be achieved when the university as a whole is sustainably developed. The university has to have a growth strategy and continue with it. Also, this very positive demographic trend we see today needs to be taken advantage of, and increasing the student numbers by 25%, forming 25% of the total number of students in Estonia. Board expects that the aims and tasks of the university are concretely formulated and then achieved. Also, academic offspring is provided, as well as its financing is kept stable. Engineering Education Foundation, which was recently created, aims to collect 10 million euros in the next years. The best of luck for this, Henrik Voll, who is responsible for the foundation, leads this as well. Our statutes say that we are an important engine for Estonia's economy, and the basis for this is good collaboration with entrepreneurs in Estonia. Entrepreneurship should be evaluated on the same level as teaching and research at the university. This needs to be taken into account when attesting academic staff in the financial regulation, as well as among our aims in general. Motivating our staff means that we are able to promote Estonia's economy with our innovations. Motivated staff members are the most creative one and also will create the most positive image of our university. And now I reach to the most important point, our people. Our students and our staff members are the ones who help to achieve our high aims, promoting the development of our economy as well as our society. In nowadays era, when machines are going to replace people guided by the AI, still the people are the most important resource. Paul Kogerman, the first rector, in its inauguration speech in 1926 said, engineers cannot be tied only with their mathematical calculations, with their equipment, but they need a new element that is human element, human resource. And this is a major task for us. It's complicated, preparing human beings who would be very stable and robust in their main knowledge, but at the same time being aware and being able to guide human machines. The success of the university lies in collaboration, domestic as well as international. Collaboration is done by the people, not by the machines. In addition, we also need to provide for the Estonian language offspring and future generations at the university. The university is also a cultural institution which promotes and establishes cultural technology, technical culture. In today's pragmatic world, applied research is gaining importance. The rector and its team needs to analyze the role of our colleges and the organization in the university structure. Why not to just create applied research or sciences center to the university, which ties together colleges and all other institutions which provide applied science. Perhaps negotiations are necessary with the Ministry of Education and Research in this topic. The Senate and the board and the rector's office needs to agree on the new strategic plan. I believe that all of these important aims will be put in the strategic plan and carried out as well. Rector Tiit, I wish you the best of luck and also all the very best.
Aitäh, professor Tõnis Kangel.
Thank you to Professor Tõnis Kangel.
Professor Tiit Land võtab
Professor Tiit Land is taking on the highly responsible position of the rector for the fourth time today, which confirms his extraordinary commitment to the development of higher education and research in Estonia. President Toomas Hendrik Ilves entrusted Professor Tiit Land with the office of the rector of Tallinn University in 2011 and 2016, and he was sworn in as a rector of Tallinn University of Technology for the first time in 2020 by President Kersti Kaljulaid. Dear guests, the inauguration ceremony of the rector of the Tallinn University of Technology bears deep national significance and responsibility. But who knows better about
Eesti
the
Vabariigi president
management and
Alar Karis
responsibilities
peab
of guiding the
vanem
university than our
rektor ja
current president of
professorina
the Republic of
töötanud rohkem
Estonia,
kui
Alar
37
Karis.
aastat
He
ja
has
juhtinud
worked as a
rektorina nii
researcher,
Eesti
senior
Maaülikooli
researcher,
kui
and
Tartu
professor
Ülikooli.
for more than
daamid ja
37
härrad,
years and
palun
served as a
lubage
rector
Eesti
post of the
Vabariigi
Estonian
presidendi Alar
University of
Karise.
Life Sciences and the University of Tartu. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now welcome the president to the floor.
Austatud rektor, lugupeetud professorid,
Esteemed director, distinguished professors, dear family of the Tallinn University of Technology.
ja vajadusest
Tallinn University of Technology was born out of a dream and a need for Estonia to be able to train the technical specialists and engineers it needs.
olemise eeldus.
This was seen as a prerequisite of our
See
independence,
tähendab olla
both
suutlik
in
rajada ja
material
arendada
terms,
riigi
that is,
tehnilist
being
taristut,
able to build
aga
and
ka
develop the country's technical
vaimukuse poole
infrastructure,
pealt,
but it also
sest
means in
tehniline
terms of
mõte on
intellectual wealth,
kultuur ja
because technical
insenerid
thinking
on
is culture,
alati kuulunud
and engineers
vaimule
have always belonged
Läbi
to the
riigikorralduse
intellectual
on
elite.
selle missiooni täitmine olnud kui
Throughout the various
lahutamatu link,
political
mis
regimes,
seob kokku
fulfilling this
eri
mission has been
põlvkondade
like an
tudengeid.
invisible thread connecting different generations of
Majandusteadlased.
students,
Ka
lecturers,
praegu,
and researchers.
olgugi et ülikool on nüüd
And even
tunduvalt
now,
laiem kui
although
vaid
the
inseneri ja
university is
tehnika erialad,
significantly broader
on
than
teie
just
tuum
engineering and
nendes.
technical fields,
Näen, et
your
kannate
core remains in
algusaegade
them.
unistust
I see that
jätkuvalt
you still
uhkusega
continue to carry the dream of the
vastutustundega.
early days
Ja seda
with
mitte
pride
ainult
and
loengutes ja
responsibility.
laborites.
And this is not
Olgu
only true
näiteks
in lecture halls and
Inseneriakadeemia
labs,
või rektori poolt
because, for
algatatud
instance, take the
e-residency,
Engineering
mis
Academy
mõlemad
or the
annavad
e-learning
tunnistust selgest
initiative
arusaamast,
in
et
math
edukas
launched by the rector,
inseneriharidus,
both
seeläbi
of which
meie riigi
demonstrate a clear
tehnikaalane
understanding that
julgeolek
successful
ei alga
engineering education
ülikooli
and our
uksest
country's
sisse astudes.
technological security does not
See
begin when
algab
you walk
palju
through the
varem.
university doors.
Praktilistest
It
kokkupuudetest
starts much earlier,
tehnoloogiamaailmaga,
from
näiteks
practical encounters with
huvihariduses,
the technical world,
ühiskondlikest
for
hoiakutest
instance, in hobby
matemaatikasse,
education,
eeskujude
to social
olemasolust.
attitudes toward
Kui
mathematics and
pakume
the
neid,
existence of role
aitame
models.
tagada,
By
et
offering
Eesti
all these,
tehnoloogiline
we help
elusool
to ensure
ei
that
hiila
Estonia's
kokku kunagi.
technological lifeline
See
never
on
dries
põhjus,
up.
miks asutasin 2
And
aastat
that
tagasi
is why
presidendi
2 years
kultuurirahastu
ago,
juurde noore
I
inseneri
established the Young
preemia.
Engineer Award under
Sellepärast, et
President's
senised
Cultural
laureaadid,
Foundation.
mõlemad
Its 2
Tallinna
laureates to
Tehnikaülikooli
date,
üliõpilased,
both
on
alumni of
innustavad
Tallinn
näited,
University of
kes on juba
Technology,
teinud palju
are
oma
inspiring
valdkonna
examples who have
nähtavuse
already done a lot
suurendamiseks
in order
ühiskonnas.
to raise the profile of
Siiski
their field
ei
in
oleks lahendus
society.
see, kui kõik noored
However,
tuleks õppima
it would not be a
tehnikateadusi.
solution if all young people were
Inseneeria
to study
ei saa
technical
kunagi
sciences.
õilmitseda üksinda.
Engineering never
Et
flourish
tehnoloogia
on its
teeniks
own.
inimesi ja
For
ühiskonda,
technology to serve
vajame
people
me
and society,
filosoofide ja
we
juristide
need the
kriitilist
critical
pilku,
eye of philosophers and
majandusteadlaste
lawyers,
mõistmist,
the understanding of
loodusteadlaste
economists, and the
tarkust.
wisdom of natural
Me vajame,
sciences.
et teised
We need
eluvaldkonnad, meditsiin,
other fields of life, from
keskkonnateadusteni,
medicine to
oleksid
environmental
tipptasemel,
science, to
et
be
pakkuda
at the highest level
eneseteostust meie
in order
parimatele
to offer
inseneridele.
self-fulfillment to our
Et
best engineers.
poliitikutel oleks julgust teha
Politicians must
uusi
have the
suundi
courage to
avavaid
make
otsuseid,
decisions that
näiteks
open up new
energeetikas,
directions, for
ja
instance,
et
in the field
ettevõtted
of
oleksid
energy.
suutelised toetama
And companies must be able to
innovaatilist,
support the
innovaatilise
implementation
ideede
and
teostamist ning
marketing of innovative
innovatiivsust.
ideas.
Seetõttu ei ole
Therefore,
inseneeria ja teised
engineering and
valdkonnad
other
konkurendid
fields are not
ei
competitors,
ülikooli sees
neither within
ega ülikoolide
universities
vahel.
nor between
Vastupidi,
universities. On the
riigi
contrary,
tasakaalustatud ning
balanced but
hoog ja
rapid
areng saab
development
sündida
of the
koos
country can
tegutsedes
only be
ja
achieved by
vastavusi
working together
lepides.
and avoiding
Kui
confrontation.
räägime riigi arengust, ei
When
tohi
I
seda
talk about
mõista,
the country's
et
development, this does
rahvusvahelisus
not
pole
mean
oluline.
that
Vastupidi,
internationalization is not important.
tehnoloogia
On the
ei
contrary,
tunne riigipiire
technology knows
ja
no
teadus ei
national
arene
borders,
vaakumis.
and science
See
cannot be
tähendab ka
developed
seda,
in a
et
vacuum.
ülikool valmistub oma
This
tudengeid
also
ette
means
töötama maailmas,
that the
kus
university prepares
lahendused
its
sünnivad
students to
mitme
work in a
riigi
world
ja
where
kultuuride koostöös.
solutions are born out of cooperation between several
Teisalt
countries
tuleb
and
ellu viia
cultures.
jätkusuutlikku siht arvu
Together,
sügavad
we must
ühiskondlikud
implement the
muutused,
profound
millele
social
insenerid annavad
changes
tehnilise
necessary
ja
for
praktilise sisu.
sustainability. to which engineers will contribute technical and practical content. Questions such as how can we produce energy sustainably? How can we use AI responsibly? How can we build smart cities that are green at the same time? I look around in this hall and I see people whose knowledge and opinions on these matters carry weight. Use it because the University of Technology has been an engine of meaningful contributor in many important social debates. And Estonia thanks you all for that. The size of the university cannot be determined only by its professors and research, but also by the initiatives of its students. These are like labs where what has been learned is immediately tested. Student formula, student satellite, these are not only competitions or projects, but also lessons in teamwork, carrying responsibility, and applying knowledge. This is where the understanding is born that engineering is not only limited to formulas and calculations, but it means the ability to solve real problems, coordinate different fields, and see ideas until their completion. Thus, the experiences which are gained during students' initiatives become much more than just technical achievements. These nurture people and society which dares to set its sights higher. Dear Rector, over the past 5 years, you have done a lot of work in order to promote engineering as the cornerstone of the University of Technology and putting it in the focus. I wish you all and the entire university community strength, wisdom, and inspiration in order to continue on this path with the same energy as before. Long live Tallinn University of Technology.
aitäh president Alar Karisele.
Thank you, Mr. President.
On omamoodi traditsiooniks saanud, et rektori
It has become
inaugureerimisel
a tradition
esineb
that
meile
the
TalTechi
flagship of TalTech's
kultuuriinimesena lipulaev
cultural
Tallinna
collectives,
Ülikooli
the academic
akadeemikute
male choir of the Technical University,
kontsertosa
performs at the
esimeseks
inauguration of the
ristkõlaks on
rector.
Karl
The
August
first piece of
Hermanni
music we
ja
hear
Juhan
in this
Kunderi
program
eesti
is Karl
teos
August Herman's
Munamäel,
and Juhan Kunder's
mis nii
masterpiece
oma sisu kui
Munamäes
vormiga
up
sobib
on Munamäe
suurepäraselt
Hill,
tänast
which is
pidulikku
perfectly
päeva
suited to
tähistama.
celebrate today's
Palun
festive
akadeemik
occasion
meeskonna
both in its
dirigent
content
Kuldar
and
Schütz.
form. Kuldar Schütz, the conductor of the choir, please, you have the floor.
Kui siit pilvepiirilt alla vaatan, üle õitsva Eestimaa. Rõõmulaule siis ma ilma saadan, hüüan pikse häälega. Rõõmulaule siis ma ilma saadan, hüüan pikse häälega, hüüan pikse häälega. Siin on ilus elada, siin on ilus elada. Kullalained valendavad väljad, järved hõlvehavad. Kaugel kõrgel kuusemetsad haljad, kõue kombel kohavad. Kaugel kõrgel kuusemetsad haljad, kõue kombel kohavad, kõue kombel kohavad. Siin on ilus elada, siin on ilus elada. Nõo nõlvad julged jooksvad kostab laite koorilaul, kostab laite koorilaul. Siin on ilus elada, siin on ilus elada.
aitäh meeskoorile ja Kuldar Schützile.
Thank you to the male choir and the conductor,
oleme jõudnud
Kuldar Schütz.
tänapäeva kõige pidu.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the most important event of the day. The rector of the Tallinn University of Technology will take office by taking the oath of office, after which he will confirm the oath with his signature at the university's Book of Honor.
Rektori ametiraha on
The rector's chain of office is a regalia symbolizing the rector's position, and it will be presented to Professor Tiit at today's ceremony by the President of the Republic, Alar Karis. The rector's chain of office was designed by metal artist Ene Valter in 1989. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome Tiit to the stage to take the oath of office. When assuming my duties as a rector of Tallinn University of Technology, I swear to abide by the laws of the Republic of Estonia, the statutes of Tallinn University of Technology, and academic traditions in my activities. I promise to perform my duties with dignity and integrity and to take care of everything that contributes to the prosperity of the university. Please, the President of the Republic, Alar Karis, and Vice Chair of the Board, Professor Tõnis Kanger, to the stage. Thank you very much to the President and the Vice Chair of the Board, Tõnis Kanger. We now give the floor to the Rector, Professor Tiit. Honorable President of the Republic, Honorable Minister of Education and Research, Honorable Rectors Emeriti, fellow rectors, dear professors, academicians, and Honorable Board of Tallinn University of Technology, dear colleagues and friends, ladies and gentlemen. I took the oath of office as the Rector of Tallinn University of Technology. I would like to thank my esteemed fellow candidate for the rector's position, academician Tarmo Soomere. Thank you for the lively discussions and valuable ideas. I would also like to thank the board of Tallinn University of Technology for entrusting me with this position of rector once again, and those who recommended and nominated me as a candidate for the rector's position. A small country's technical university cannot afford to be ordinary. We must be smarter, faster, and bolder, competing primarily with ingenuity. We have several different but equally important roles to play. We need to develop cutting-edge research, including in niche areas. We have to train experts who will stay in Estonia and build up the local knowledge economy. We have to experiment more boldly because a smaller country often means faster decision making and more flexible experimentation. Moreover, Estonia, including Tallinn University of Technology, has many success stories to tell. The role of a small country's technical university is even greater at the age of AI, because AI is not just technology, it is a game changer in culture, ethics, and economic models. However, it is likely that not all AI solutions will be universally suitable for us, and universities must be prepared to adapt them. Secondly, universities should be strategic partners to governments in shaping technology and innovation policies. We are ready for this. And thirdly, but not least, where else but at the universities can AI technologies be developed and shaped, and also the ethical principles for their application to be shaped, together with the new generations who were born into a world where AI already exists. The backbone of our university is engineering and the realization that technical capability is part of a country's independence, success, and sustainability. This applies to energy, transportation, IT, infrastructure development, and certainly security. If we have our own engineers, we can solve any problems in accordance with our own interests. We are the owners and masters of our country. If we do not have technical capabilities, we become dependent and vulnerable, politically as well as culturally. Engineering is thus a foundation of national security and cultural sustainability. Our mission as Estonia's only technical university was, is, and will remain to be a leading provider of technical and economic education, a pioneer in technical science and smart technologies, and driving force behind Estonia's development. One of our biggest goals is to reach the level of Nordic technical universities within 5 to 10 years. How to achieve this? The primary means to this end are high-level education at all levels, focused research, and is an interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary cooperation. Only in this way we can strengthen our position as an important engine of the Estonian economy, improve our international competitiveness, and rise in the global university rankings. Fortunately, we have the prerequisites to do so and experience as well. Now we just need to add speed and efficiency. Today, a new metric applies. It's not the size of a country or its population, but rather its ability to apply knowledge and technology correctly. Fortunately, Tallinn University of Technology does this critically, creatively, and ethically. We have staff members who understand technology and social impact, and we have young people who are not afraid to ask why and what if. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted and honored, as well as committed to leading Tallinn University of Technology for the next 4 years. Yes, I am 60 years of age, but that does not mean I am tired or bored. Rather, it means that I have seen many initiatives and changes in my lifetime. I have gained experience, and I believe that I am able to anticipate risks and see patterns. I have a habit of resolving situations calmly and with dignity, placing goals above personal recognition. Values are not a theoretical concept for me, but rather my personal compass. Over the years, my networks have grown, be it in politics, business, science, or the community. A 60-year-old manager does not need to prove that he's smart, quick, or ambitious. He can rather focus on building and maintaining a good team. I took office as rector of Tallinn University of Technology almost exactly 5 years ago. The then chairman of the Rector's Council, Mait Klaassen from the Estonian University of Life Sciences, advised me to set out my values and put my people at the top as a priority. That is what I have tried to do all these 5 years, and as the current chairman of the Rector's Council, I wish the same for myself today. At the end of these 5 years mandate, Rector Klaassen presented me with some symbolic tools. A yellow helmet for the occasion when I might need to go to work wearing a helmet in the morning, knee pads for days when I might fall and stumble, or when I need to go to government agencies to apply for something, and a pink toolbox when repairs are needed. Thank you very much, Mait, for all these gifts. I have not needed the helmet or knee pads at the home or in the ministries. However, the toolbox constantly reminds me of the need to provide for change. However, another tool is becoming increasingly popular at the university. It is a good practice in learning and teaching, the content of which is made visible at the university in an effective and attractive form, using our own people's words, and hopefully will find many followers. This practice is our values agreement, which emphasizes that learners and teachers will develop together, and both are responsible for this, for the reputation of our university and the development of our country. Teachers, lecturers, researchers, and are creators of a supportive environment, indicators of opportunities and shapers of values. Learners, in turn, are conscious actors, architects of their own development, driven by critical and creative thinking and entrepreneurial spirit. Academic culture means, above all, dialogue, mutual respect, and clear expectations, constant feedback, and intellectual work that extends beyond the lecture halls and labs into real life. Our education is not just a certain amount of knowledge, but it is the ability to understand, act, provide new solutions, because Estonian society expects universities to be a source of wisdom that helps to navigate in the changing world. Also, breeding ground for curious people who not only know but can develop and also hear and listen to others. The bearer of values who dares to stand up for truth, openness, and research-based thinking, and a partner for everyone who has the willingness to learn and grow and change the society to better. Dear colleagues, at the start of my second term as a rector, I am very pleased to note that this year's enrollment at the university has been exceptionally successful. We have achieved something remarkable. Interest to all of our fields has been very impressive. I'm deeply grateful to everyone who contributed, including our alumni, who motivated new applicants to join us by setting a good example. The successful admissions year is recognition of the university's subsequent development to our commitment and providing high quality and up-to-date education. Let's continue to work together to offer every new student a valuable education, strong sense of community, and inspiring environment for the development. During my new term in office, the relationship between science and entrepreneurship will become even more important than before. It is a fact that the scientific idea gains social value when it can be usefully applied. I much look forward to companies coming to Tallinn University of Technology with ideas and leaving with prototypes. It is only natural that scientists should think together with engineers, designers, and entrepreneurs. Scientific results produced at the university cannot be end products, but just starting points for the development of innovative solutions. Our board member, Ants Vill, has said that Estonian technology companies have everything they need to make their footprint on the world stage. However, this is not only possible if cooperation between science and business is well thought through, ambitious, and clearly focused. We are actively contributing to Estonia's economic growth. However, I see a need to further increase the share of applied research and cooperation with companies in order to support the development of high-tech industry. I believe that cooperation with thousands of university alumni will give rise to dozens, if not hundreds, of projects, ideas, and initiatives. The Tallinn University of Technology Development Fund and Engineering Education Endowment Fund currently being established are just one such example. This is not just support, this is an opportunity for everyone. But every journey begins with the first step, or rather with the right basic principles. One of the most solid foundations for great knowledge is a good foundation in mathematics. I am delighted that our university plays several roles in this area, including this new e-learning in math and our Mathematics Day, which will take place on October 9th this year. As I began my fourth term as a rector, I realized that managing a university is quite a puzzle to solve. I promised to make well-considered decisions, consulting with the university board, the rectorate, and everyone who has the wisdom and will to stand up for the values and future of Tallinn University of Technology. And to conclude, I would like to thank my family, close ones, and friends who have supported me. Have a good collaboration, all of us. Mente et manu. Thank you to Professor Tiit, and we will now again give the floor to the academic male choir of the Technical University, who will perform a beautiful piece from Carl Maria von Weber's opera, Der Freischütz.
Mis kaunil veel maailmas küttimisreekest me elu pokaal on siis ääreni täis. Kui jaisar huikab kord metsas, kord veetel ja põltrade kannul meist igaüks käis. Meis õõge on üürel ja joovas ta viia, see kõiki meid julgeks ja tugevaks teeb. Me laul lendab metsade mägede taha, kas täidetud kaarikas kõlama lööb. Diana me öödele heledust annab ja päeval meid jahutab kaarastav tuul. On väljuvus metsloomi raajuna tormab, seal pääsmatult tabab meid iga me kuul. Meis õõge on üürel ja joovas ta viina, see kõiki meid julgeks ja tugevaks teeb. Me laul lendab metsade mägede taha, kas täidetud kaarikas kõlama lööb.
Oi, kas seda nimetatakse tänapäeval laulmiseks? See oli pigem nagu väsinud proov, mitte kontsert.
This was like a tired rehearsal and not a concert. I have to apologize. It is a ceremony, isn't it? And after all, this song is sang at all festival occasions.
ma
So
olen
let's
alati
just
teiega
add some
kaasas,
spice.
olgu
You
see
know
siis
me already
taskus,
for a long
laua
time.
peal
I'm
või
with you all the
siinsamas.
time, be it in your
Tänan.
pocket, on the
Olen
desk,
olemas,
or
kui
here
teil
and today.
tekib mõni targem
I am
küsimus
here
või
when you
hoidku
have
Jumal
some
selle
smarter
eest mõni
questions, something you
kunstiinimene
need
saab
to
mind
get to know,
kätte.
or when some
Ohutust
cultural
aga siiski
people
viisin läbi
managed
mõned
to get into
uuendused.
contact with me.
Jahimeeste
But
koor
I went through
2.0
some
on värske. Roomsam ja
new
energiast
advances as
pagam.
well.
Palun lavale
As
Tiit Palki
Counter
ning
Squire
alustan uue versiooni
2.0
laadimist
is
meeskoori
more
teadvusesse
lively
nende
and
digitaalsete
better, I'd
helide
like to
saatel.
insert
Piip
new
pup tuudnada
knowledge to
tiklänk
you
klõpsti pauhti
through
kõmaki plip plip plip
this
plip 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 plip.
sound.
mis kaunib veel maailmas küttimisretkes, me elupokaal on siis ääreni täis. kui jahisaar huikab kord metsas kord vedel ja võtrade kannul meist igaüks käib. meist kõrvel on üle ja joovas saab iha, see kõiki meid julgeks ja tugevaks teeb. me laul lendab metsade mägede taha, las täidetud kaarikas kõlama lööb. La 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 la. Jöödame öödele heledust annab ja päeval meid jahutab karastav tuul. on välju, kus mets loomi rajuna tormab, seal pääsmatult tabab meid iga me kuul. meis õrvel on ülev ja joovas saab iha, see kõiki meid julgeks ja tugevaks teeb. me laul lendab metsade mägede taha, las täidetud kaarikas kõlama lööb. La 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 la. maailmas küttimisretkes, me elupokaal on siis ääreni täis. jahisaar puikab kord metsas kord vedel ja võtrade kannul meist igaüks käib. meis õrvel on üle ja joovas saab iha, see kõiki meid julgeks ja tugevaks teeb. me laul lendab metsade mägede taha, las täidetud kaarikas kõlama lööb. La 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 la. Jöödame öödele heledust annab ja päeval meid jahutab karastav tuul. on välju, kus mets loomi rajuna tormab, seal pääsmatult tabab meid iga me kuul. meis õrvel on ülev ja joovas saab iha, see kõiki meid julgeks ja tugevaks teeb. laul lendab metsade mägede taha, las täidetud kaarikas kõlama lööb. La 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 mis kauni veel maailm.
aitäh Tehnikaülikooli Akadeemilisele meeskoorile.
Thank you to the academic male choir of the Tallinn Technical University, the band, conductor Kulda Schütz, and artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now Please welcome the Minister of Education and Research, Kristina Kallas, to the stage.
Austatud Vabariigi President,
Honorable
lugupeetud rektor,
President of the Republic,
head ülikooli
Rector,
liikmed ja kallid külalised.
dear university family, dear
Palju
guests.
õnne, lugupeetud Tiit,
Congratulations,
uuesti Eesti inseneri
dear
mõtte ja
Tiit, again
tulevikutehnoloogiate
to the engineering idea and future technologies engine and the
Tehnikaülikooli
fact that you
lugu
took the position
räägib
today.
sellest, kuidas
The story of
õigest
the
kohast
Technical
energiliselt
University
Eesti
speaks
inimesed
about a
jõuavad
couple of
aluse koolile, mis pidi looma Eestile
engines
insenere.
of
Inimesi,
university, a couple of
kes
people who
suudasid
had a
mitte
lot of
ainult
energy,
arendada, vaid ka
put the
ehitada
foundation
tulevikku.
for university,
Sel ajal, rohkem
who
kui
would
100
teach
aastat tagasi, oli see väga innovaatiline
fields
plaan,
which could promote
vaid mõni
and
kohuvanur Eesti
support the
riik
innovations of the
vajas oma
future.
haritud spetsialiste, kes
Newly
aitaksid
born
sellele
Estonian
riigile
state,
areneda.
which was just a couple of months old,
Nemad
needed
projekteerides
specialists for the
ehitasid
state
meie
to be able
sillad,
to develop. These were the
planeerisid
people
meie
who
linnad,
constructed our
rajasid meie
bridges, planned
esimesed
our
tootmised.
cities, and
Tallinna Tehnikaülikooli
supported
vilistlased
our
olid
first
need,
production
kes
lines.
ka
The alumni
90-ndatel
of the
Eestis
Tallinn University of
töötasid meie
Technology
e-riigi
were also the
ja
people
viisid
who
Eesti tehnika
initiated
ja
the e-state,
inseneriteadusest
e-Estonia in the
revolutiiviliigasse.
90s and took
Iga Eesti
engineering
startup
science to the top
tõenäoliselt,
levels
iga
in the
teaduslik
world.
läbimurre ja iga uuendus
Every
on mingil
startup,
määral
every
seotud Tallinna
research
Tehnikaülikooliga.
breakthrough in these fields
Meie
are
ees
related
on
to the
uued
University of
väljakutsed,
Technology.
rohepööre,
And new
digitaalne revolutsioon ja
challenges lie
globaalsed
ahead,
kriisid.
green turn,
Nende lahendamiseks vajame uut
global
põlvkonna
crisis.
Eesti visionääre, kes
We need a
ehitaksid
new
uusi
generation of
isendi.
Estonian visionaries to create
Hea
new
Tiit, sinu
ideas to
ametiaeg
meet these
algab
challenges.
ajal, mil tehnoloogia
Dear
areng
Tiit,
on teinud
your
jälle
new
uue
mandate in
murrangu.
office will start at
Võtkem
a
üles
time when
templit,
technology is
mis on
reached
kiirem
a
kui igal
breakthrough
varasemal
and
kümnendil.
its pace of
Sellisel
development has
määral
been
püsimine
coming even
nõuab
faster than in
erilisi
the last
juhtimisoskusi.
decades. And being on the
Esimene
right path
ametiaeg
here
oli
demands
nagu esimene
good managerial
politseireis
skills.
autoga.
First mandate
Sa
was
õpid
like a test
gaasipedaale
drive
leidma,
in a
pidurit
vehicle.
kasutama ja
You
rooli
learn
keerama.
to use the brakes,
Mõnikord
turn the
sõidata vastu
wheel, and
äärekivi
see where the
või
gas pedal
ebapaistlikul
is.
kursil ja jälgid
Sometimes
peeglis.
you also hit
Sa
the
said sellega
pedestrian
ilmselgelt
crossing, but at
suurepäraselt
the same
hakkama,
time,
muidu me ei
very
oleks
often you also
tänaseks
remain on the
kogenud.
road. And you were quite successful
Sa
in
oled
this
juhtinud
task
seda
of driving
TalTechi
this
autot
car,
läbi
otherwise you
käeuliste
wouldn't be here in
teekondade
front of us
ja
today.
isegi
You
mõnikord
have driven this
aeglustades
car on
tempot
a
ka
curvy
teede
path
kõrpidel.
and sometimes
Sa oled
even
toonud
slowing
ülikooli
its
rahvusvahelisse
pace
tippu
of
ja
movement
vähendanud
for road
probleeme, mida keegi
constructions.
meist
You have
ilmselt toona
taken the
5 aastat
university to
tagasi
the
oleks
top
osanud ette
of
kujutada.
the world and have
Näiteks,
met the
kuidas
challenges that we
juhtida
could not
tuhandete
imagine
õppurite
5 years ago.
ülikooli
For instance,
pandeemia ajal
how to manage
või kuidas
a
tagada,
university
et
with
aina
thousands of
kasvavad
students
elektriarved
during
saavad ka
COVID
makstud
pandemic, or to
või
make
kuidas
sure that
veenda
the energy
tudengid,
bills,
et
which are
õppimine on
increasing in their
tegelikult
size,
midagi
are being
väärt,
paid, or
sest
how to
isegi ilma
ensure
Mark
the students that
Zuckerbergita ei ole ülikool
teaching and
lõpetatud.
studying is something
Teine
of value
ametiaeg
because even
algab
Mark
nagu teie ise
Zuckerberg has not
ametiaeg
graduated from
uue auto
university.
ostmik. Sa
But
juba
the
tead,
second mandate
mis
is
on
like buying
kapoti
a
all,
second car. You
sa
already know
tead,
what
et teed
engine is
võivad olla
like.
libedad,
You already
sa
know that
tead, et
it
sa
could be a
oled suure
slippery slope.
tõenäosusega saanud midagi,
You
mis
already
vajab
also know
aeg-ajalt
that
remonti.
you
See
will have
auto on
to
aga
make some
uuem
amends, some
ja sa juhtima
repairs
hakkad.
every once in a while.
See on
But
kiire,
this is a newer
see on
car. It
ettearvamatu,
is a faster
see on
car.
tuhandete
It is
inimeste
one that
ja
you cannot
miljonite
predict very
ideedega.
well. It is
See on
with
tegelikult
thousands of
laev,
people and millions of
mis vajab
ideas. It is
kaptenit,
more
kes
likely
oskab
like a ship that
navigeerida
needs
läbi tormide
a captain that can
ja kes
navigate
teab,
through
et
storms,
mõnikord
and a
on
captain
lahendus
that
purjetee
knows that
asemel pigem
sometimes
aarud.
instead of sails, you need
Seetõttu,
to
Tiit, soovin sulle
row the
teiseks
boat.
ametiajaks kõigepealt
So,
selget
thus,
sihti.
Tiit, I would like to wish you a very clear
Palju
goal
külma
for the
nägu.
second mandate and a lot
Ülikool
of
ja Eesti ootab sinult
calm
palju.
nerves. University and
Üliõpilased
Estonian
ootavad sinu
society
vastuseid
expects a lot from
e-kirjadele, mis
you.
on saadetud kell 2
Students
öösel.
await
Teaduskond
answers
ootab,
to
et sa lahendaksid nende
emails that they have
keerukad
sent at 2 a.m.
teadusarvestusprobleemid, mis on sama
The
keerulised
institutes
kui
expect for
palkfüüsika.
the research
Valitsus
funding
ootab, et
solutions
sa
to be
töötaksid
found.
neile
It's almost
inseneri
like
nagu
quantum
Albert
physics.
Saelaudu.
And the government
Aga mis kõige
expects
tähtsam,
there will be
soovin
plentiful
sulle, et sa
engineers
saaksid
provided for
nautida
the
seda
Estonian
lähipalka.
state. But
Naudi iga
first of all,
hetke,
and
mil
most of
saad
all, I
näha,
wish
kuidas
you to
noored
be
ja
able to enjoy
ambitsioonilised
this
kasvavad,
journey.
kuidas
Enjoy
uued ideed
seeing
sünnivad
how new
ja kuidas
talent
see
is
ülikool
grown,
liigub
how
edasi.
new ideas are being created, and
Aitäh
how this
sulle,
university will
palju
move
õnne
on.
ja edu
Thank you
sinu
very
uuendusel,
much
Tiit.
to you, and
Ootame sinu
best of luck
järgmisi
on
suuri
this new
saavutusi
journey. We
ja ma
expect
luban,
your
et ma ei
new
saada
achievements, and I promise not to send any emails to you after midnight. Congratulations.
aitäh, haridus- ja teadusminister Kristina Kallas.
Thank you to the Minister of Education and Research, Kristina
Palun
Kallas.
vaatuse viimaseks
Ladies and
sõnavõtuks
gentlemen,
lavale
now for the last
üliõpilaskonna juhatuse
address of
esimehe
this festive ceremony, we would like to invite the chair of the Student Council, Alexander Rein-Robas, to the stage.
Austatud Eesti Vabariigi president,
Honorable President of the Republic of Estonia, Honorable Rector, dear guests, dear academic family. It is a great honor to stand in front of you today and to represent the student community of the university today and say a couple of nice words of address to the new mandate of the rector. Looking back, we can say that your last mandate was remarkable for the student. We highly value your dedication and your commitment. We can describe you as the best fan of TalTech, and that is due to the fact that you actively participate in our progress made and in our student life at the university. All good families need a good father of the family. It is a person who is a role model and who is an angel. And when Tiit comes to the e-mathematic exercise there and shows that he's present, he shows his initiative and he's a role model. And this is a vibe which is carried and transferred to all of us on our daily business of studying. And we can only identify with mathematics being the second language of the state idea. And the annual activities which we have, sports events, Rector's Cup, which is very popular. Thousands of students participate. We can see the Rector and its fantastic team represented at every of our student events. Mr. Rector also supports financially the student events because, let's be honest, because when we students usually eat pasta all the time because we don't have enough money, then Rector hopefully has more financial means. Also, we celebrate our 105th anniversary today. The staff members, lecturers, gala is also an event which is supported by the Rector. And when the Rector sees that we have taken initiative to create some event, then the Rector is there and supporting us always. Now, looking into the future, we as students have very high expectations, but we are also convinced that our collaboration will continue the same fertile way. Also, students and studies financing is something which we need as a student representation as well as student community in order to protect our interests and enrich our student life. We are looking forward to long-term strategic partnership where our voice is always heard. Honorable Rector, our student community is proud of you and we are looking forward to the next 4 years. We would like to wish you much success and energy for the upcoming mandate. Long live the Technical University and long live
aitäh Aleksander Robasele, daamid ja härrad.
Thank you to Alexander Robas and ladies and gentlemen. Today we have witnessed an exceptionally beautiful and festive event, the inauguration of Tiit, the 16th rector of Tallinn University of Technology. Tallinn University of Technology family is extremely grateful to the president, the ministers, university rectors, secondary school principals, and other guests of honor for joining us in this festive moment. The ceremony ends with the singing of Gaudeamus and the carrying out of the flags. And please leave the hall behind the flags after the flags have been taken out. Let's now rise to sing Gaudeamus.
Rakvelimet, semper sit in flore, semper sit in flore. Vivat et res publica et villam regit, vivat et res publica et villam regit, vivat nostra civitas, mecenatum caritas, que nos hic protegit, que nos hic protegit.